What is up, guys? So a couple days ago, Dustin Poirier pretty much went on an interview or he was on a podcast, and he said that for guys like Michael Chandler, him and Conor McGregor are really dangerous opponents. Why, you may ask? Poirier said that him and McGregor are opponents who have really good, powerful striking, and Chandler is someone who doesn't have the best chin. Poirier didn't say that, he has a glass chin, but he said, Chandler has the tendency to get hit a lot in his fights. And I have to agree with him with this statement. If we're looking at McGregor versus Michael Chandler, and you're asking for my fight prediction and who I think would win, first off, I would imagine this would be primarily a striking fight. We all knew that Michael Chandler is a good wrestler, but against Gaethje, he pretty much said, hey, we're going to have a striking contest. That's what the fans want to see. That's what we're going to give them. I don't think it's going to be any different if he went in the octagon against Conor McGregor. We would all be looking forward to a 5-round, 3-round striking masterclass between both of them. We wouldn't want to see any grappling or wrestling, and I think Chandler would oblige. So if we're looking at this strictly from the striking perspective, I think McGregor wins on the feet. McGregor's striking is his bread and butter, and even Dustin Poirier has admitted and said that McGregor is one of the hardest hitting opponents he's ever faced, if not the hardest hitting opponent that he's faced. McGregor, like it or hate him, has knockout power, has TKO power. He can hurt people really bad with his striking. And against Chandler, who has been hurt in his fights, he's gotten dropped by Oliveira, he got pieced apart and dropped by Justin Gaethje. It doesn't bode well against a striker like Conor McGregor, and that's why I prefer McGregor going against Chandler than someone like a Jorge Masvidal at 170, where his cardio might give out. Now, guys, some of you might say, Chandler, it could say all he wants, that he wants to have a striking match against Conor McGregor. What if he implements some of his wrestling? Now, that's something that would be an issue for McGregor, because McGregor, as you guys all know, doesn't have the best takedown defense. Obviously, Khabib aside, because Khabib is like one of the most dominant fighters of all time, McGregor kind of got taken down by Dustin Poirier in their trilogy fight, the third fight, but it wasn't necessarily a clean takedown. McGregor kind of got rocked, a little hurt, and that would facilitate the takedown. Chandler would have to do the same thing. He would have to go in, hurt McGregor, and try to get him to the ground. But even then, I don't see Chandler TKOing or, getting a stoppage with McGregor through ground and pound. I just see it really hard to achieve in my mind. I think if Chandler was to win against McGregor, it would be implementing his wrestling and striking, and it will obviously go the distance. I don't think Chandler would knock out McGregor or stop him by any means of the imagination. Not saying Chandler doesn't have knockout power, I just don't think it's to the caliber of a Dustin Poirier. So yeah, Chandler would have to implement wrestling. McGregor can probably stop a lot of the wrestling attempts, but I'm not too confident in that. There's opportunities for Chandler to go in there, grapple McGregor, get some clean shots in, and pretty much hold him there for 5 rounds possibly. I'd really have to see McGregor's takedown defense again, guys. Again, he hasn't been active. So with that, guys, that's a little bit of my prediction where I think this fight would go. I hope we see this fight, guys, again later this year. That would be a fantastic fight to make. But my pick would be McGregor. Through striking, piecing up Michael Chandler, getting the cleaner, more effective shots in. Will he be able to stop Chandler? He has the power and ability to do that, and I can't really say it vice versa from Michael Chandler. So guys, that's a little bit of my thoughts about this potential fight that could possibly happen. Let me know if you agree with me. Will you pick McGregor over Chandler? Will you pick Chandler over McGregor, and for what reasons? Let me know in the comment section below, guys, and thanks for watching and subscribe for more MMA videos like this in the future.